All right, John, Gov, Greg, Metro Detroit. The Lions win on Sunday.
Yep.
Who do you hope? Well, we won't know. We'll know beforehand. But who do you hope they play in the Super Bowl?
I'm hoping for Kansas City. And I want it to bookend the season. I want to remove any question. But if you want to have no questions about this season, then it is you beat the Kansas City Chiefs. You beat Patrick Mahomes, who is the best player in the NFL right now. And yes, the best season is had by Lamar Jackson.
Correct.
The best player in the NFL is Patrick Mahomes. And anytime he's on the field, you got a chance to win a game. And he is as dangerous as they come. I don't care who his teammates are. I don't care what else is going on. Him, Andy Reid, he is as dangerous as it gets right now. And if you beat Lamar Jackson, I'm not going to say it takes away that much, but it's going to be, did Lamar Jackson lose the game or did the Lions win it? If you go beat Kansas City, it validates what happened in week one. It's a very poetic and beautiful way to start and finish the season. But you beat the defending world champs. And that to me would be the sweetest. I would love to see that.
Exactly. I want Kansas City. I also think they have a better chance of beating Kansas City than they do against Baltimore. So there's my wuss factor involved.
No, they match up
that.
better. There's no question.
But it is Mahomes, defending champion. Started the season one way, finished the season. It would be awesome. And then, he could have the Eminem Taylor Swift,
sing off.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. 248-539-9797. We got some other ticket texts about when you knew this was going to happen, or first indication. Ray from Utica says, last year's Green Bay game at Lambeau, nothing to play for, but still got it done, and have Rodgers have the L at home in his last game as a Packer. I don't know if you could have anticipated to go to the NFC Championship game, but for you, Ray, it's cool. I knew this team was going so far at the Tampa game. We went down to watch them. About 15 players stayed on the field and greeted and high-fived the fans. That was an awesome scene.
Yes.
They are so close. I watched it and thought this team is really different. They have something special with the culture. Now, we've talked about, I never thought NFC Championship game in year 3, but year 2, training camp, when we were out there doing the shows from there, and we did them this year too, but even last year, the change, the synergy that you saw last year, you thought something was different. And this wasn't the first year. Year 2, and then they got off that horrible start. You said, boy, here we go again.
I can tell this week the organization is not acting any different than they acted any other week this season.
No.
The consistency just from top to bottom, not getting caught. He had Dan Campbell on yesterday talking about the GQ photo shoot, cut the crap.
No special meals.
When the Lions win, I'd like to see them play KC again so we can say Kelsey doesn't matter. That's
Chris
right.
Jones.
Chris Jones, too, yeah. The Lions for years could have been a lot better if not for the BS flags at critical times in games to make sure the Lions didn't win games while the NFL protected their glamour teams. Let's see how the game is called in San Francisco. Oh, please. There are people talking about a conspiracy theory. Now, Blakeman's crew is Clete Blakeman. They're like middle of the pack or whatever. But the other crew, Sean Smith, the Ferris State grad, the Detroiter, supposedly his percentage of road team winning is off the charts. So the conspiracy is, they want the Chiefs and Taylor Swift. So they're giving the guy who favors the road team in the AFC game. It's unbelievable what people can come up with. Let's go to Paul and Warren. You're 97 on the ticket.
Hey, if we got to go up against the Ravens or Kansas City, I would prefer that we go against Kansas City.
Why?
I know that they can be beaten. We've beaten them before, and Kansas City's always on the TV for our area. So I've watched them play, and they've had bad games, and they can have another bad game. And I always like to say there's never been a game that we went out on this season when we hit that field that we didn't have a chance to take that game.
Paul, can I ask you?
I always remember the Ravens.
Paul, can I ask you a question? When was the last time the Lions beat Kansas City? You said we've beaten them before. I mean, the last time I think they beat Kansas City was when Jamal Charles ran into Rory and broke his ankle or something. Remember that?
I know, but when given the choice, I tend to take the lesser of the two evils.
I agree with you, but this history of the beating the
That's
Chiefs.
the Stoney theory.
Maybe he got confused by the greatest loss in Lions history.
He did not run into Rory. He slipped on the down marker, the first down marker.
Whatever, but he ran into Rory, though.
I mean, first off, the head-to-head this year and what happened in Baltimore, I think the Lions play them much better.
Yeah.
If they play Baltimore. Yeah, I am scared of reading Mahomes in this situation because they're the best QB coach combo in the league. They just are, right. But I saw a stat this morning. The Ravens have 9 wins against teams with winning records of 14 or more points. That's insane. That is dominating the other winning teams in the league.
There's no question they've been dominating.
Right. Ticket text. The night the Lions signed Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, I went to my wife and said, honey, I think we're going to the Super Bowl, and wrote it down afterwards. 60 minutes away. That's KC in Ann Arbor. I believe this could happen when Kirby Joseph picked off Aaron Rodgers to end his Packer career. The look on Rodgers' face getting up from the turf looked like we broke his confidence. The Ravens-Lions Super Bowl, because I'd be happy either way. Here's a thought. Ravens-Lions Super Bowl, and it comes down to the final kick. Justin Tucker kicks a 67-yarder to win.
That came up earlier, and we said, nope, this time it hits the crossbar and goes backwards.
Yes.
Josiah from Lake Orion says 2 things. Number 1, I want to play Kansas City just to settle the asterisk win people say for Detroit. Number 2, my coworker just told me there is news going around of putting a blue light in your porch light or put some kind of blue light around town to represent Detroit. Okay, be a glommer. That's okay. Fans can glommer. No, that one's okay. We can go. We're talking about. I mean, there was
blue light outside. You got a black light in your
I
room.
saw a story on the news last night about the salon in Birmingham where they're all doing the Monroe St. Brown because where he got it done. Yeah.
Yeah. You
big,
gonna do it? Wait a sec. We talked about the tattoo, right?
No, we talked about I'm shaving my head if they win the Super Bowl, right?
Shaving your head, but I mean, if there's no better way.
Was it?
I thought it was get 2.
I don't know. Do we still have it? I mean, if it's a get 2, then fine. That'll be happening. They'll do that on the last show.
But yeah, I mean, you could go blue hair. I mean, you're not far from it anyway.
I think you should get the hair dyed blue for the post-game show on Sunday.
Oh, it'd be amazing.
Big E and Dexter. I'm a Ravens fan first, Lions fan second. We lived in Baltimore when the Ravens started. I had season tickets for years. I've been at both of the Ravens Tucker kick wins at Ford Field. Literally, the only game where I won't pull for the Lions is against the Ravens, so I would love to see. Okay. Let's go to John.
Better question for him is, does he want to see Detroit or San Francisco?
Yeah, that's right. Justin in Bloomfield Hills.
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
First time, long time.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, I said the Kansas City Chiefs as long as as well as you guys for the obvious reasons. Plus, I know Mahomes is also mobile, but they don't utilize run design plays for him as much as they do for Lamar, and it seems like that's where our defense struggles a lot is against those more mobile quarterbacks.
That's true.
And plus. With the way Sutton's been playing lately, I get really nervous of that big playability, and not that Kansas City can't do that, but really with the exception of Rice and all the trouble they've been having with their wide receivers dropping balls and stuff like that, I've been noticing Kansas City does a lot of the shorter dink and dunks, and I don't think Travis Kelce has too many more games like the one he just played in him. I mean, there's already rumors about him possibly retiring after this year as well.
Yeah, I've heard those rumors as well. It'll be a Kelce brother retirement party. Look, I think Kelce has at least 2 more games left in him to be really good. He's still a great player.
He still has more years.
Yes.
I believe, Stoney, that if they play KC, the asterisk is going to be a humongous story.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
It's first off, our fans here are going to point that out. And it's sad because Tirico's a good friend of the program and a great guy, and with everything, he probably would, I think, maybe change the wording on it a little bit. I know what he was trying to say.
Yeah.
But I think that's going to be a huge talking point. And I actually think like it'll get picked up not only in Detroit, but I think it'll be some of the stories leading into the game. They look for anything they can to try to find some bad blood or some this and that. I can see the feature happening right now.
Yeah.